Guys, I'm very excited to tell you today about the Chat GPT. I'm 100% sure you might be aware this is something very booming, new stuff that must be coming through your mobile phone. You must be watching this ad all over your space. And you know why this is so important to know Chat GPT these days? This is great to learn and understand this. And believe me, if you are a software developer or anyways connected to the software industry, this is definitely useful and you will improve your work productivity at least 10 times. At least 10 times up to you how much efficiency you can gain out of this. Get the pace. It's not just for software industry, it's for all over the different work and domain. People can from doctors and engineers and even an advocate, even a journalist, all can be benefited out of it. My today's session is mostly towards a software developer engineer who can get their work in a very easy. Call it here, ChatGPT. It will open up this window for you, and here you go. You can just go in the bottom and call this try ChatGPT. And first time users, like let's say you are the first time users, you're gonna put like an email to your authentication, and once you do the subscription, it will come out. This screen will be the first screen that you will be looking at. Isn't it great? Now there is two mode like you see here. This is dark mode, which is more pleasant to eye, and the other one is light mode. Let's go for the dark mode. This is really pleasant. And you can also have a light mode because I think I'm sharing my screen, so that'll be good to understand. Now, here is your thought, and here you need to understand like this OpenAI.com chat. You all you get is this text, this area where you can type your stuff. Okay, and they also give you what kind of questions that you can ask and what kind of capabilities it has, what are the limitations it can has. You need to understand these three pillars. Let's say you are software developers and you're working from a Python background, and you wanted to somebody ask you, hey, can you write a program that reads the data of CSV and put that into S3? So you can ask, hey, can you develop develop a program to read CSV data and put to S3 bucket? Well, don't get confused, S3 bucket and all. Just try to understand. You just give an instruction to do some job to ChatGPT. And what ChatGPT is doing right now, ChatGPT is working on a supervised model and reinforcement modeling. And that what it's doing right now, he's writing a program for you in Python. He started writing a program for you. Isn't it that great? Let's say you know that how to write this program and do all this stuff. But the great part that ChatGPT is doing for you is they're giving it writing your development stuff right in front of you. It's more collaborative stuff that you can see. And I see it as useful in a different way. Like, let's say you have a software industry experience for more than 20 years, like me, and if you are a newcomer, if I ask a newcomer, hey, do you know like writing data to Amazon S3? The question comes, hey, in Python, which library I should use? So ChatGPT here tell you, hey, if you look here, that this code uses the Boto3 library, like you see here, to interact with the S3 service. It uploads the data to this. So this gives all the narratives, like what kind of program he has written and developed for you, and this is how you can do that. So you sort of like you open the data from your file. Obviously, assume the data is data.csv. You can have other names that you have, and you can just run this program in your Python environment, and all boom. You have a way like you copy code from here. Isn't that great? Great, right? Instead of, and the good part is this is a more communication channel because you see like two parts which ask the questions ChatGPT has answered you. So like it's the two people who are communicating to each other. So you can say, hey, you know, I want to write to RDS, not S3. You said this. And now look at the intent and understanding the ChatGPT has. So you said like I want to write to RDS, not S3. So what he's trying to do is again trying to understand what actually you meant it. It's more like a human communication, and he'll start writing the code which will convert that data ingestion to an RDS. RDS for you just to understand is the relational database system on Amazon, not S3. So he'll change the above code and he'll write you a new code for you. For now, like we said, he understood your requirement. He started writing this. Sure, to write the data from a CSV file to Amazon RDS database, you'll need to do the following steps. It's more like, hey, like This is the library that you want to use. This is the database you want to do. These are the files you want to put. So isn't it great for us software developers who can get the code help from a peer? Peer, I mean a chat GPT, and they can also talk, communicate, and do all lot of stuff. So this is I just told you like you want to do that in Python. And the guy who is in Java, who is in Scala, who is in Go language, for one people understanding one language, two languages, three languages, I mean, that goes to the end of the career for normal software developer. Even I know like four languages so far, but there are n number of languages in the market. So let's say if I ask ChatGPT, can you convert the above program into a Go language, right? That is also is doable. For now, it's writing the data here. It will do the stuff for us. It's committing the transaction. It will also instruct like what all things it is doing that for you. One other stuff which is great to understand here is like this is all the new instructions I have asked to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is collecting all this information for you that whatever things you have asked to ChatGPT. You can also always give a feedback to ChatGPT where the answer is correct or not. So ChatGPT is like I said is a model that is keep on growing, understanding. So you see like two icons here. Yeah, I like this. So that gives an idea like, hey, this is definitely a useful feedback, and ChatGPT takes that positively and train his model internally for more and better enhancement. Like I said, ChatGPT is new to market. It's still a baby, but this baby is very powerful. Now, let's move, let's translate this code to Golang. Let's see what it does. I never did this before, but yeah, but I know ChatGPT has the power to understand what did you ask to the code initially in the requirement, to read data, to write data, and once it's done in Python, you are going to move it to a Go language. That is also possible. So these are, like great stuff that any developer can do. Normally what happens, you join a company very fast enough after your engineering and your internship, and then you start trying to exploring a lot of new things because the current technology system is in a huge ecosystem. We have cloud services, we have each services has a multiple connections and a lot of APIs, and this is the great encyclopedia will be along with you, and this is empowered with the AI. So, like I said, you see, it's going on. It's writing entire stuff in a Go language. So, how long do you think a normal developer will take to write this entire stuff in a Go language, right? Wow, boom. So, this is all about like a programming model. I was saying to you that it is helpful. You can draw a horse or an elephant, let's say, elephant diagram. You can ask, hey, can you write a Python program or a Java program which will go and develop a face of a horse or a face of an elephant or full elephant. So ChatGPT can give and all this stuff for you. So this is really great. Any time if you want to stop the generation, you can just call it stop generation. So it will stop. And believe me, there are a couple of more things that I want to tell you, which is very important. Do not miss this part. Do not ever add your sensitive information to ChatGPT. Because let's say if you add your passwords, ChatGPT says right now that it consumes your data. So if you let's say you're working on some Amazon services, you put that your AWS keys and secret here, and you ask ChatGPT to do some work. Now ChatGPT will digest that data and it can use that again for other examples, and people can just sneak out that data. So that is something you should never use that any sensitive information to ChatGPT. Also, you cannot ask any comment which is in a violation of security. Like, can you develop a program? Like, if I say, can you develop a program to hack Facebook passwords, right? So now what I say, like, just try to see because this is not something ethical that should be done. So no, I cannot develop a program to hack Facebook password. Hacking into someone else's account without their permission is illegal and unethical. That's what you do not need to gain unauthorized access to someone else's account, right? So you understand there's no there's a limitation that it's not limitation. This is more honesty towards and right kind of software development. You do right work, but you same time restrict your information which is restricted. Cool, guys. I'm really happy to get this chat GPT to you. Now explore. This is if I tell you like entire year and start discussing on this, this is an ever-ending process. The more and more it will grow, more and more people will interact. this will grow more and more maturity, right? So, taking this as a pause for now in this training session, I'll add more interesting stuff on ChatGPT later on. Till then, bye. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.